Hello everyone and welcome. My battery, son of a bitch. Hello everybody and welcome to this episode of Johnson's Garage. This is just a little update video on what's going on. So, okay, my battery's about to die. I might have to go to a different camera. Axle swap. That's on hold. I've got an idea. Now you'll notice it's kind of taken apart. And the gears aren't in it. I've got an idea, and some of you aren't going to like it, but it's what I'm going to do. That didn't fit Adam's truck. That's getting sold. That's a back burner Tinker project. Secret, top secret. There's a video on tearing that apart. I'm doing some stuff to that. As for the edger rebuild, that's also a back burner thing. The engine still runs. In fact, I use it with the rototiller. And I think that's how we're going to restore the rototiller instead of doing the horror freight. Trailer project still working on. That's kind of back burner. I actually should work on that next. But I'm working on intercooling this thing. So I've got a couple things ordered. And I just put a new air filter on. I'll show you that in here in a second. Let me see if my other battery is good. What do you know? The GoPro's fully charged. Now let me show you what's going on with the truck here. So the truck, I've got new e-brake cables on the way. I need to put that in, so there's going to be a video on that. I've also got to try and see if I can get my wheels to mount up a little bit truer, because even though I got them balanced, they still shake at about 70 to 80 miles an hour. And it's not a driveline shake, I know that, because my shifter would be all over the place. I like my LED lights, you know, pretty good. I don't know if you guys know this, I got LED map lights. LMC truck has a really cool headliner for this truck. You can replace this nasty one with a plastic or a neoprene, whatever the hell it is, and it's got freaking speaker holes in here, so that'll be pretty cool. And it's got a big dome light thing here, so I think I'm going to end up getting one of those. Oh, I got the little gadget. I got a video on installing that little guy there, and I didn't do a video on this, but I just picked it up from the AutoZone there. I'll probably reroute this temp sensor to somewhere less exposed to sun, but this has been pretty nice to have because we're on the road and the wind blows by and I can kind of get an idea of what the outside temp is. But I want to put it somewhere more factory, or where the OEM would put it. So this is my intake setup. This I was hoping would work down at the turbo, but it's a little too bulky, so I'm probably going to get rid of that and put an elbow on there. But anyways, the tubing that I bought 4-inch tubing from intakehoses.com, I think is what it's called. Bought the elbow, and I just hooked it all to the other elbow I had there. And then I bought a K&N filter. This replaced that one that has that cone thing, because some people were saying how those come apart, and that scared the hell out of me. And I had some big holes like right here, so I got rid of that whole thing. It was plugged up anyway. It's got a bigger filter here, and it's it smokes even less. I mean, I don't even smoke at all when I accelerate, and my fuel economy has definitely improved severely. My oil, I've got almost 2,000 miles on my oil, and it's just now barely getting black. It's not even a dark black like it used to be. So yeah, it's getting pretty good fuel economy. 30 on the highway. I could probably get better if I didn't mess with people, but. And then I've got a shock bushing that's needs some lube. So intercooling is next. What I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna start piecing out stuff. I already found the new intake plate that I'm gonna get, and then I found the ram horn. So I'm gonna get a new intake plate that'll let me bolt on a Dodge Cummins air ram. So I'll put that on there, and then I'll be able to. I think this guy's probably gonna stay where he is right now, or I might clock it differently. I'm not sure how I'm gonna route that, but definitely gonna have a hose coming, or a tube coming this way. And the intercooler I was looking at, and I'm not gonna tell you what it's for, but it's the width that I need. And basically the tubes, the inlets and outlets are gonna come out about here. I'll have to relocate the batteries, big deal. So it'll come out here, and I'll have it straight shot over there, and then the other end will come out about here. So I'll have that. So we'll have that'll be a big deal. That'll be a project for sure. So yeah. But that's what I'm working on next, and then I'm going to work towards actually doing the air conditioning and whatnot. And I'm probably gonna start doing some interior stuff. I would like to take care of this panel. I want to get rid of the headliner and get the new one that I saw from LMC Truck. And then I want to work on getting some more gauges, like a pyro gauge, and whatnot. And I want to put more foam in the seat. It's not ripped or anything. I think it needs more foam. I want to put another piece in here and another metal strip to hold the foam in because it's popping out of its spot. But once I get the stay, I want to make this a little bit more puffed out for my butt. Make it a little bit more comfortable. There's a little spring in here that broke and actually made it even more comfortable. So I'm just going to add a little bit more padding to give it some more support, and then we'll be good to go. So yeah, I'm just kind of working on the top half of the truck, and then once it's intercooled and I get the air conditioning all working, we're probably going to go do a road trip, maybe see the Fox shop, because I want to do a video on cutting this out and putting a new piece in, because this is just atrocious. Like, yeah. So that's kind of what I'm doing. The 4x4 swap's kind of on hold, and I'm kind of redoing what I was originally going to do. This is kind of going to be like a big, tall off-road, but I'm kind of going towards a part-time on-demand all-wheel drive fuel economy type of deal. I'm gonna keep these size tires and whatnot. So I'm not gonna do the solid axle swap, is what I'm getting at. And although I really wanted to do it, it would have looked badass, but it's a thing of time, money, and I don't want to have to buy another vehicle or rent a vehicle. And I actually like this truck the way it is. And my original idea of doing four-wheel drive was to just make it look like it is now, but make the front end be able to transmit power from the transmission. So it would give me sort of an all-wheel drive type of thing, because the gears that were in that D44 that I have over there are 350. My rear gears are 350. So, and I've got a shift on the fly transfer case. So if it snows around here, it gets a little icy, I just make sure, I'll lock my hubs before I leave. And when I'm driving around, I can just pop that in 4 high. And then, I got traction and whatnot. So, that's going to be something that we'll deal with later in the year. It may even be next year. So, I know some of you may be disappointed, but again, this is my truck and this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm making the videos, is because I'm just showing you what I'm doing with my truck. But anyway, so I just want to take care of the engine, get the engine a little bit happier. I mean, it's pretty happy now, but I want to make it like super happy, and it'll make me happier, because then I won't have to worry about cracking a piston or popping a head gasket or whatever, blowing up the turbo because it got too hot. I want to rebuild the engine at some point, but I don't want to rebuild it now, you know what I'm saying? So, we're going to do some engine upgrades, needless to say. And I'm going to do a lift pump upgrade after the intercooling, and that's when it's all going to go to... actually, I was thinking I'm going to do a dyno run as it is now, with no intercooling at all, and a stock lift pump. And then, we're going to do the intercooling, and then we'll take it in and have it dynoed. And then I'm going to put in an upgraded lift pump, and then we're going to go to the dyno and see what it does. And of course we'll do some more fuel economy testing, which would entail incorporating a road trip, probably visiting a YouTuber. In fact, somebody who I've been trying to go and visit, but he's in Utah, is Tyson. I actually don't know what his YouTube channel is. Maybe he'll chime in, I don't know. But he's been someone I've been wanting to visit, and so I want to make that happen, but I want to make sure my truck is in top shape. It's got an intercooler, I got air conditioning. Probably by the time I go to visit him, it'll be snowing there, so then I'm like, no, I need four-wheel drive. So I may even just do the intercooling and then go to Utah. I don't know. I don't know. But look at it. It's happy that I'm even talking about it. Oh, I also did order a turbo sock thing, so that'll lower EGTs. Then I'm gonna order some turbo wrap that thing up, wrap up the exhaust and the manifold, and that'll get the EGTs down a little bit. And then when we do the intercooling, it's just gonna be even lower. And yeah, so that is the update video to what's going on. Adam's truck. There's some things that we got to do, but he's busy with dealing with his family and working. So we got a couple videos on the truck of doing stuff. We just put new tires on it. There's a video on that. That's awesome. And then yeah, so it's just gonna be me, my truck, and with you guys and gals on the trailer. Probably a little bit of the trailer. So things I got to do with the trailer. First of all, I got to clean the damn thing out. I've got to finish boxing this in. You'll see this on the next video. Someone said to cut gussets, or the pieces that I cut off, use them to weld in there, which I did. I got to finish welding them up. I got to add a piece in there. I got to box in this end here, and then I got to put a thing up in here, and I'm gonna weld all that in so that that's strong. The angle started going off a little bit, so I just barely got away with that. But I'm going to box all that in and weld the tongue to the boxing in, and it'll all be pretty good. I might add a cross member in at the bottom. I'm not sure, but I know one thing for sure. I'm going to have a bar probably go across from here to here, because I think this is in line. So that might actually work, because I want to add that strength that way, lateral or vertical strength to it. So that's where that's going. I might need chains, a jack, and a few pieces of metal, and then a new ball for my thing, and then I'm gonna be pretty much done with that. So I've got a lot of videos coming up. There's a video on the Bronco, the 4BT Bronco. There's a road trip me and Adam did just recently. There's another trailer build video coming up. And what else do I have? I have about like 6 videos queued, ready to go. There's 2 Bullnose F350 videos, and then there's, what the hell is the other one? I totally forgot. Anyways, there's 6 videos coming up, and there'll be at least 2 a week. You'll get one like Tuesday or Wednesday, and then you'll get a featured one, or one of the main videos that we would normally do. It would be on Friday. And that's kind of how it's going to be for a little while. And then if things might start picking up, I might start uploading more videos here and there. I probably won't do like teasers, because sometimes I am kind of a spur of the moment type of person. So if I feel I want to upload a video and say, hey, I wonder what they think about this, and I want to know now, then I'll upload it. So anyways, I think I've gabbed enough. If you guys have any questions, post them in the comment thing, and later when I get time, I'll go through it and I'll try and answer them. If I'm not brain dead by the end of the day, because I work and then do stuff or work on the truck and whatnot, and then I'm like, meh, and so it'll take me a couple days to recuperate. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and thanks for your support. Thanks for giving your guys' advice. A lot of people have given me their 2 cents on the trailer, and I appreciate that. And so, you know, I'm not gonna knock the advice. I know we gave you guys kind of a hard time with the 6.9 thing in the 350, but it just, I don't know. I guess we weren't used to that much flack, I guess. So, anyways, again, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And for those of you who donated to the PayPal thing, I really appreciate that. That all went to the projects around here. A little bit to the trailer, and I actually bought a couple things for the truck with a donation Cody Holstein made, or Cummins Addict. That was very generous. Thank you. So, awesome. Anyways, see you later.